Holy Christ. Yeah, I was like, someone's gonna jump out at me.
So there's that, and I don't think we went any further than this, because I think when we did it last time we, like, jumped down. But you can go straight through there.
Oh.
We didn't go there, but you can.
How about that?
Yep.
12 shining coins. Those are the markers, right?
Yes. They're like the prism stones.
Because... More shiny shut.
Yep.
More shiny shut. Oh, hey.
And
Alfred.
it's Alfred.
Cool deal. Interesting.
Good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
Let's see.
So I believe we can already talk to him about the healing church in Bergenworth.
Okay.
So the corrupted vile bloods.
There's something I want to tell you. A bit of wisdom from the eminent master Logarius. Once, a scholar betrayed his fellows at Bergenworth and brought forbidden blood back with him to Canehurst Castle. It was there that the first of the inhuman Vile Bloods was born. The Vile Bloods are fiendish creatures who threaten the purity of the Church's blood healing. The ruler of the Vile Bloods is still alive today. And so, to honor my master's wishes, I search for the path to Canehurst Castle.
Canehurst Castle. Okay.
Right.
So that's really it, right?
That's basically it.
All right.
I bid you farewell. It has been a pleasure. May the good blood guide your way.
Right. And so that's actually kind of an interesting detail there. It's like, oh yeah, the church's blood healing. That's great. But sometimes the blood turns people into monsters. But that's a different kind of blood. It's the bad blood.
Right.
Oh, we only use good blood. That's why none of us are turning into monsters.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
I've heard that one before.
Oh, could you go back up to that steps and look out the edge? Okay, so it's just like...
Do you know where we are right now?
Not really. Like, that's just kind of... Wait, can you... There's like a wall, I guess? Like, that's... This is kind of... There's that long curving structure, right? You see that, like, directly below you?
Yeah, what appears to be just a large thing that a bunch of buildings are sitting in.
I'm just trying to kind of put some of this together in my head, how it's all connected.
There's a giant windmill.
There's a giant windmill. But
that doesn't seem right. Like, that's a huge, huge windmill.
Yes.
Like, really, really fucking big.
Yes.
Because if you do compare it to size and distance...
Right. It is gigantic.
Like really, 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 really big. Like,
right. And there's this thing where it's just like, oh yeah, like, Yarnum just kind of ends here. Because, like, you go through a cave and then you're in Hemlock Lane, or you go down here, and then there's just, like, this giant forest over there.
Was there always creepy shit up there?
Yeah, probably.
Not that I've actually been able to see that.
Right. It's always just, like, being in a slightly different position lets you see things that were just barely out of reach before.
Wait, is this the only thing that's down here?
Yes.
The password.
This guy can just...
No, like that, no. Get the door, Amos. Get the door. No.
This is ridiculous. Okay.
That's quite the long audio clip for that one line that was not even really in the audio.
Yeah.
So this is actually what killing Vicar Amelia gets you.
Oh,
you get to know the adage.
Okay,
and
so
that's the password.
Fear the old blood.
Yes.
Is he in here and is he... Oh, right! Huh. That's interesting.
Yes. Especially thing if you look at him, he's like a skeleton.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. Like, no joke, he's dead.
Yep.
How did he open the door? Rather, who opened the door?
Match.
Was it him? Was it the old blood? I'm gonna get shanked.
It's entirely possible.
And or chewed on.
So now we are getting to, like, because, like, Yarnum, basically the entire game, save for Hemlock Charnel Lane, has been in Yarnum so far.
Yes.
And so Hemlock Charnel Lane is, like, the first jaunt outside the city, and this is the second
Forbidden
one.
Woods.
The Forbidden Woods. Which is kind of like this big, we saw that vista of the giant woods, and then we see this vista. Also, note that the geometry here is totally, like,
Different?
where is that giant windmill?
Yeah, I see two windmills.
There are two
but-
windmills. They're much closer than the two we saw up there. Are we in the same direction? Like, I haven't actually tried to figure that out.
You want me to go back and look?
You could if you, I think there's a thing to your right or to your left. Like by the stairs. Right there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thick Cold Blood. Level 6.
Yeah. So I don't really.
Does the name of Cold Blood change depending on its level, or...
Yes, they're like broad categories because you get like frenzied cold blood. Once it gets like level 7
I mean, is
or 8.
the... Okay.
But
so,
aside from that, it's like thick cold blood 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
and then, so the level just... it just determines what level of Cold Blood it is in general, and then the name is dependent on that.
Yes.
There's not like Frenzied Cold Blood 1 and Thick Cold Blood 1.
No, it's just 1, 2, like, it's just the rank numbers, and the rank numbers change.
All right, let's see.
Are you?
I want to see where we left.
Okay, so
Okay, so we leave going out
that
this way.
Okay, so
it
like,
is that direction over there.
okay.
So it's immediately to our left.
So yeah, it is pointing in the same direction, basically. Because you leave just pointing. Oh yeah, because like if you turn the camera,
there are the two.
right? But if you turn the camera a little bit to the left, like, I think you kind of are exiting. Yeah, it's not
Exiting like right down there.
right.
So like right above my head, I think. Yeah, let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, you can edit it in post if you want to do that much work of comparing the vistas, but
Perhaps you want to write it down just in case.
sure,
Say vistas,
right.
not to be confused with windows. I wish you could look up higher.
Right.
You know?
But you definitely, like,
Yeah, so those are much.
much smaller and much closer. To the point where they do not
Hey,
even
enemy.
look like the same windmill.
Yeah,
But there's no other windmills, like, on the horizon, so,
yeah, they're much smaller and they're much lower,
yes.
which is kind of funny.
But anyway, so this is kind of like the first big trip outside of Yarnum you take in the game.
Yeah, let's see if I get slaughtered. It'll happen
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
because that's what I do. Get murdered.
But this is kind of like this is kind of a spoiler, I guess. But like at the beginning of when this game first came out, and people were still kind of piecing together information about, you know, like on the wiki there were like people trying to make maps of the areas.
Ow.
You don't.
Oh god.
Oh boy. And like people trying to figure out like, you know, what enemy types were and where they spawned and you know all that stuff.
Yeah.
And this area on the wiki had like this image that was just like a hallway opening into a gigantic circle, and then the circle was just filled with just like had snakes printed in it in giant bold print, and that was it.
Oh god.
Because this area is very big, it's very confusing, and it is in fact full of snakes, but not for quite a ways.
Probably for the best. Drop some. There's something down.
Yeah.
Wait, was that an enemy?
I don't think so.
Alright, let's see. Where
They
should
would
I...
have ragdolled if not.
Should I go up? Let's go up.
Sure.
I like up. Up is a good direction.
Right.
Usually it takes me away from down. For the most part.
I think there's just some other...
Junk up here.
Right. I mean, this place is... I mean...
A giant maze.
Right, in a lot of ways it's still just like, you know, there are a bunch of hallways, but it's like much more organically laid out
Oh,
than...
hey, friend.
Than many of the areas that we've been in before, which are all, you know, church, city areas.
Right, I can use the...
You can shoot them. Yeah.
That
Nice.
didn't work as well as I'd hoped, but
I mean,
it
you
did.
got full regain off of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And we got a gemstone.
yep.
A blood gem. Excellent. Good. Good. Wonderful. And stuff. Are there things going to drop down on me? Because that would be not cool. Ooh. Ooh.
Yep. How much Madman's knowledge do we have, by the way?
Let's find out. If I can remember the buttons. Okay, cool. 22.
22, okay.
Good God.
Um,
That's enough for 40.
That's enough for 40.
I can do math.
Which we might want to... Well, we'll talk about that later, I guess.
Okay.
But there's some... Basically, there's some things you can get to with Madman's knowledge. And insight.
There's nothing
generally.
over here. Yeah.
No, it's just kind of like rocks.
And death. Well, actually, less death, because...
Because you've killed everyone.
Is
there.
that a thing? Is that a thing? It's a thing, isn't it?
The lantern? Yes,
Yes,
that's the
awesome.
lantern.
I think I remember this area, but I'm probably confusing it with Dark Souls. I'm
Yeah,
definitely confusing it with Dark Souls.
Yes, because this is all very, very similar to a bit in Dark Souls 2 called the Huntsman's Copse.
Yeah. Wow, I'm kind of surprised you remember that. And this is locked.
I remember a lot of trivia about this game.
And there's a crow. There's
Yes.
a couple crows.
But like the Huntsman's Copse has a nearly identical bridge. Like
Yeah.
a rough stone bridge in a foggy forest area.
Yeah.
So
And you can't go any further around here, right?
correct. In fact, if you look over there, you can kind of see, like, is that ground? Is that supposed to be a rock there?
No. It's a
Or is it kind of
it's
like the
thatch.
straw roof? Okay.
It's thatch. Yeah.
I wouldn't test it if I were you.
Okay. All right. You talked me out of it. Let's see. Can we drop down here? Is there anything to drop down on?
Is that a
No.
thing? Is that fire thing you can check out, or is it just
No.
a fire?
It's just a fire. And there's a guy right here.
Yep.
Whiff of top hat. Oh shit. These guys are assholes.
Nice.
Look, man, just came into town, wanted to get some raspberries and leave. But no one has any raspberries, and everyone's trying to kill me.
Right.
Let's go this way.
Yes.
Hey, a thing. Hey, a thing.
Yeah. Now we really just kind of we have lots of twin bloodstone shards.
Good. I mean, actually, we don't, because we spent some. I
Right.
think we're probably at like 3 right now.
Well, I mean, we just picked up a bunch.
I think we picked up 3.
Right.
I actually wasn't really counting. Let's go this way. Yeah. I was like, I should, do the thing with the stabbing, but I just decided that regular stabbing is fine.
Yes.
Should I just go back? Let's just go back. I'm always looking for the part where, you can drop down on something and there's something to drop down onto, but that didn't really look like there was
Right.
much to gain from doing that. That looks like a trap. John, there's an item there. It always looks like a trap. That looks
Right.
like a horse. At
Yeah.
least half of one. Look, more traps.
I mean, I don't think you would really call it a trap when it's
I think they noticed me. I think one of them died.
I think one of the dogs aggroed and then ran into the fire and died.
That's right. That's what you want to do, is you want to go up and drop down over there and kill the dogs from that direction.
Yes, something like that.
Because then you're coming up on these guys from behind.
Yes.
That's why you do that. That's what you do. Drop down, like, right here?
Yeah, I mean, you can basically drop down anywhere. You just have to be quick on your feet after you do it, because
Dogs.
suddenly you're behind a huge row of enemies.
I wonder if that dog knows how to get up here.
I doubt it.
I feel like there's a... Yeah.
Like, if you drop down here, you basically can skip that entire gauntlet, but then you can't get back without going through the gauntlet in the reverse direction. So,
should I just go through the gauntlet frontwards? Yeah, let's
I
just
mean,
do
probably
that.
not frontwards. You can just drop down, and that will make things a lot easier, but you will also have to deal with the immediate, like, the 10 seconds right after you drop down, you know?
Of getting absolutely murdered?
Well, ideally...
Yeah, well, let's find out.
Hopefully not.
Ow! Oh, shit. Holy Christ. What do you think are the chances there's someone behind me?
I mean, there's always something behind you.
So, pretty good?
Yes. I mean, basically, like, I remember watching someone play Dark Souls, and they did this thing where they were like, oh, I have a bunch of enemies, I'll just run away. I'll run forward into the unknown. And see what that, like, to get away from them. And the thing with Dark Souls, that, like, that never works.
Ever.
Because the enemy layouts are always in such a way that it's like, oh yeah, actually, if you try to do that, you're just going to pull all the enemies to you, you're going to get the attention of more enemies, you're going to blunder into, you know, some kind of horrible mess.
Yeah, that's never good.
Because this is... Even Bloodborne, which is more about, like, you know, improvising and doing things fast, there's still this very strong undercurrent of, you know, like, know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So this is the way you came with that dead, burning horse.
Yep. I was just making... Yeah, I want to grab that item.
Right.
And, you know, make sure, in general. Let's see... High ground is good.
Right. So the thing that you didn't get to see because you disarmed the thing is that, like, you get there are all these fires, there are all those guys with torches, and behind there are these two guys throwing urns of oil at you.
Oh!
So if those hit you, and then you
get near
blunder
the fire?
into the fire, or they do one of the torch attacks, then you light up and, you know, basically die.
And it's bad.
Yes, and it's bad.
So this is where you could drop down to get further on.
Yes.
Ooh. Bro.
Several crows.
Several crows. Those are dicks! Alright. Okay. You're right, we probably got several at one point, just from one grab.
Right.
So we're probably at, what, 8? Why don't we just check?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we don't have that much we could use them for. We have 9, okay, sure. But there's definitely the point in the game where they're just like, yeah, you should be upgrading, like, your weapon should be at least, you know, more than 3, probably 6.
That was a dead end back there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
And there's a path up here and a path down there.
Right.
Man, I wish I had surround sound so I know where he was. Or rather, if it was just this guy. That was close.
Nice.
He was a dick. Alright. Alright, headphones. Stop being a dick.
Is your sound cutting out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a challenge.
My headphones are just... they're not the greatest.
Right.
Ooh. Can I... No. Come on, I can burst through everything else made of wood. And this is down that path that I took, right?
It's somewhere.
Oh no, that's the other fork in the path. The
Right. I mean, there is
It's-
another path also behind you now.
yeah. Because like this is the direction I was going. That's just kind of a detour, and then it's down here.
Yes.
Hit him. Shiny bits. You'll point out anything if I just blunder into something, right? You'll try.
I mean, what do you mean by blunder into?
Well, you know, what if I... Well, okay, it's me, to be fair. That!
Well, there's that.
That's what I meant. That's what I was talking about right there. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
then.
There's actually another one of those earlier that you didn't step on.
Great! So I'm gonna go backtrack and then get murdered by that. Cool. Is it better to dive backwards or forwards in those situations?
It depends.
Great. Are there traps that, like, swing out at you, too?
I mean, that swung out at you.
No, I mean, like, from the side. Sorry.
I don't think so, but I don't have, like, a full memory of every single trap in this area.
Oh. Well, alright then.
Oh, a hunter of beasts, are you? Glory be. You know not the value you possess. But more's the pity. The hours of the night are many, and the beasts more than I can count. A veritable hunt unending. Not even death offers solace, and the blood imbibes you.
In Soviet
What
Russia.
a frightful fate. Oh my. But I'm willing to do you a kindness.
Go on.
Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient, shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength. Yes, I'm unquestionably certain.
Is...
So you might want to check out that tonsil stone.
I don't want to talk to him again.
You could also talk to him again. It's
Is
a
it
key item, I think. Yeah.
A lattice-deformed rock, or perhaps a meteorite. It appears useless, but possesses some odd gravitational force that prevents its riddance. A dubious soul once said, "Step lightly around to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient, shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength."
Yep.
So that's what he just said.
Yes.
That guy.
Also notice that does resemble something we've seen before, which is the heads of the weird god figures.
Yep. Godhead. All right. Ooh.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Not even death offers solace, and the blood imbibes you. Seek you the ancient shroud that gives.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Just checking. Puppies? Alright, puppy. Is there... I've asked this before, I swear. Is there any situation where one of these dogs will actually jump out?
I don't remember. I mean, because maybe... I think a lot of
that
that
was
is the ambiguity
Hey, bro.
in terms of, like, are those actually in cages or are
Ow!
they going to
Ow!
jump out?
Dick.
Nice.
And a ladder.
Yes.
Should I climb the ladder? Let's climb the ladder. Climbing the ladder! Oh, look, more crows. It doesn't matter that we both missed. Is that all worked out? All worked out. I love it. It's great. Ooh,
Yep. So that's
another healing church
the
thing.
church set. So if you didn't buy Father Gascon's stuff,
We could go back and do that. Are there other situations where you need healing church attire?
some people say different stuff.
Okay.
Basically, if you're dressed in the healing church attire, like a lot of several of the.
I don't like that noise. I think that's
so-
coming. Oh, Jesus!
Several.